Hello, everyone, and today we're going to do a body scan meditation where we were going to go through all the different parts of the body, well, most of them, and start from the toes and end up at the crown of the head. And we're just going to bring our attention to different parts of the body going up from the toes and just check in with how our body's feeling. Try and get our body just a bit more relaxed. And unlike most meditations, the body scan, well, it's more of a progressive relaxation or a guided relaxation than a meditation per se. So we do this one laying down. And what you want to do is find a comfortable place to lay down, whether that's on your bed or on the sofa or on the ground, and allow your body to be supported by the ground, the mattress, or the sofa underneath you. And make sure you've got a pillow or a cushion for your head, so you can just let the weight of your head go. And you can just let your body go and allow it to be supported by the mattress, the sofa, or the floor underneath you. And we just start off by taking a few deep breaths, filling the belly with air. So we just breathe in through the nose, taking air down, right down into our belly. So we're not breathing shallowly into our chest, but right down. And then we're letting that oxygen travel around the body to all the cells. And then we do that twice more. It's breathing right down to the pit of the belly, really filling up those lungs. You don't have to kind of really strain to breathe. You're just trying to make the breath full and deep. I know when I get anxious about things, my breathing can become shallow. So it's just good to start off this meditation with some full breaths, just to remind our body of how that feels to really fill the lungs. And then we close our eyes, and what we're going to do, we're just going to sense into different parts of our body, actually feel how they are. We're not going to be visualizing how they are, but actually feeling into the body. So we just start off by bringing our awareness to our big toes. Just checking in with the big toes. How do they feel? Are they tight and solid? Do they feel loose? We don't really check in with our toes much in a day unless they're cramped by our shoes or we stub them. Generally, we just, we're pretty unaware of our toes. But one thing I've learned is actually if you're having troubles falling asleep, if you just do this first part of the body scan and just check in with your toes and feet, just by doing that, it can actually help you fall asleep. So there you go. It's a pro tip. Now we move on to our second toes. See how they're feeling today. And if during the course of this you feel a need to move or wiggle your toes, then please feel free to do that. Then check in with your middle toes. And if you can't actually sense the difference or sense each of your toes individually, sometimes it can be hard to sense the second, third, and fourth toes separately. So just bring your awareness to the general area. Then we sense our third toes. And then our little toes. Now take your attention to the ball of your foot, which is the ridge of muscle behind your toes. Just see how that feels. It can get quite tight if we're on our feet all day or walking around a lot. And then we bring our awareness to the soles of our feet. You may notice that the soles feel very different to the ball of the foot. Ball of the foot is a big area of muscle, whereas the sole of the feet is quite sensitive and fleshy. Then we move on to our heels. And again, our heels have got a different feeling, quite solid. And up to our ankles. We check in with our ankles. And if our ankles are feeling tight, we can just loosen the area there with our mind. And just allow our feet to flop out. Let our feet just relax and go heavy. And we bring our attention to the backs of our calves. It's quite long muscles there. And they can become quite tight too. And the front of our calves. And then our knees. And just let our attention go all around our knees. That intricate area of the body. The kneecap. Where the upper leg joins the lower leg. Then we feel into our thighs, the back of our thighs. Thighs are a big muscle. Again, we can hold a lot of tension in that muscle. Also sense into the front of our thighs, letting our awareness feel all around the thigh. Then we move our attention to our buttocks. Whether we spend a lot of the day standing up or sitting down, there can be a lot of tension in the buttocks as the area where the legs meet the torso. We can just sense into that area and see if we can loosen up any tension there. And then the other side, we go round to our pelvis. We can feel into the area where the legs meet the body. Then up to the lower belly. When I'm particularly stressed, I can find that I tend to hold my stomach muscles tight. And that can affect my breathing, making it shallow and harder to breathe deeply and fully. So I often find it can be good just to check in with that area of the belly. May be different for you, but just see if your lower belly feels tight or loose and soft. Then we move our attention around to our lower back. And we can bring our attention to both sides, both the left and the right of our lower back. And then move our awareness up our middle back to our upper back, just below the shoulders where the shoulder blades are. And if you spend a lot of the day working at a computer or with your hands, upper back can become tense. And bring our awareness to our chest. See how that area feels. Is it tight or loose? And again, we can just take a deep breath in and try and fill our belly up or our lungs up right from the pit of our belly, and just slowly breathe in until you can feel it filling up your chest, almost into your shoulders. So we just, again, you don't have to strain, but we're just trying to gently fill our lungs from bottom to top, just to expand that chest area out. And move your attention to the area between your neck and shoulders. If we're stressed, that area can tighten up and pull the shoulders in closer to the neck. So just feel that area and see if you can let it lengthen just by becoming aware if it's tight. Then we become aware of our shoulders and our upper arms. And our elbows. And our lower arms. Gently move your awareness to your wrists. And then to the palms of your hands. And just as we did with the toes, we're going to go around your thumbs and fingers, one by one. So we begin with the feeling into the thumbs. And as with the toes, if you feel the need to move or wiggle your thumbs and fingers as we do this, then please do that. Then we become aware of our index fingers, our middle fingers, ring fingers, and little fingers. And we become aware of our hands all at once, all of our hands. And just let our wrists go relax and let our hands just fall loose and be supported wherever they are, on our body or beside us. And we bring our attention back up to our neck. Our neck does a lot of work during the day if we're sitting or standing, and supporting our head. We can just check in with our neck. And if you feel the need to move it, just twist it from side to side. We can do that. And then take your attention to the back of your head, just at the base of the skull, where the head meets the neck. Feel into that area, see how it feels. Is it feeling tight? Just run your awareness or gently move your awareness around that area. And then we move up the back of the head. You feel the back of your head pressing against a cushion or pillow. Just let that go a bit more so you're not holding your head up with your neck, but just completely allowing your head to be supported by the cushion or pillow underneath it. Then we bring our awareness round to the side of our heads, around our ears, then to our chins, right around from the middle of our chin, and then moving back to our ears around the jaw. And if you spend a lot of your day talking, this of your work, or talking to family or friends, you may feel tension in your jaw. And then we become aware of our cheeks, the area around our nose, and around our eyes. And we move our awareness up to our forehead. And you feel your forehead. Is that feeling tight? Is it bunched up? And then we become aware of the top of our head, right up to our crown. When we get to our crown, we can just imagine that opening up slightly, almost like a flower. And then when we next breathe in, we can imagine that the breath is being sucked in through the crown of our head, and then going right down through our body, down to our toes, and out through our arms to the tips of our fingers. And then when we breathe out, breath comes back from the tips of our toes and fingers up our body, goes back out the crown of our head, taking with it any remaining stress or tension. We do this a few more times. Breathing in through the crown of our head, feeling that breath fill our body right down to our toes, right down to the tips of our fingers. And then as we breathe out, taking any remaining stress or tension with it as it exits through the crown of our head. And then once more, breathing in through the crown of our head, down throughout our body, down to the tips of our toes and tips of our fingers and everywhere in between. And then going back out like a wave, taking all the stress and tension with it, and sweeping out through the crown of your head, which then closes up and just becomes the top of your head like normal again. So now, as we come to the end of the meditation, there's no need to get up in any hurry. You just feel into your body and see if it's feeling more relaxed than it was when we started this guided relaxation. You can maybe wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And then open your eyes gently and just become aware of the room around you. Thank you very much for taking part in this guided relaxation. And I wish you a wonderful remainder of your day.